Hey everybody,
I'm Adam.
I'm Sam.
and I'm Will. We are
Working Title! I'm gonna take out my ass pill.
Guys, we are back with another episode of Halo. This is Season 1, Episode 5, Reckoning. Last on, what happened, guys?
We went to Chief's homeworld, and we got to see his house, and he's sus of,
Halsey, the singer.
the singer.
2 butt pills have been removed, and the minds of Chief and Kai, I believe
Kai,
it
I
is,
think it's Kai.
are awakening. They're seeing color, they're experiencing music, they are realizing that people have agendas and might be out to not be in their best interest, whether it be Halsey or Halsey's daughter, Miss Keys. The show is getting really good. We got the location of the second piece of the artifact where the key can now go inside, maybe start up the Halo ring,
Or lead them to the Halo ring?
lead them to it, like a compass. So we're gonna have to find out.
Is the gifted one wasn't in the last episode, was she?
No, not at all.
Not present.
Last we saw, she was going to Madrigal.
Yeah. That's the side story I don't really care about.
Agreed. So guys, if you enjoy this reaction, make sure you leave a like. Join us on the road to 50K by subscribing to the channel. If you want to see more Halo, make sure you check out this playlist. If you want to see some of our other stuff, just go to the playlist section, and you can see all kinds of shows that we've been doing for the past year or so. Check out the Patreon if you want to see some of our shows a week in advance. And just say hey in your native language, and we're going to jump into this as soon as you go and check out Paramount Plus. Let's pause it.
Bow!
Hey, flashback. It's grass, trees,
Elysium.
It looked like a Rocket League soccer field.
Yeah.
Marisa, Katrina, good morning.
There's a lot of people
The
here.
plantings are beautiful. We would have chosen to sell your family here.
I was gonna say it's gonna be Halsey and Keys pretending to come be a part of it, maybe. I don't know.
Snake. Oh, Jesus.
Chief just saved him.
One-handed. Come on, kid.
What?
Strong kid.
It's pretty impressive.
He's got potential.
No fucking way. He is the Master Chief. He's the Master Chief.
Yeah.
Sometimes too much. What do you think of our little school?
It's perfect.
I'll take that one.
Yeah.
That's so fucked up.
No.
That's what happened in Spy Family.
That's
Our main character,
I'll take you back by way of the aviary. Our scientists are introducing all kinds of rare species to the colony.
You knew what up back then. Oh. Well, they're all here.
There's nothing else you require, that'll be fine what you're looking for.
besties.
Sisters.
SDs.
We're like sisters.
I'll do your hair next time.
Make sure we look like shit.
Got that gun plasma on the ready.
They got the warthog down to the gas cans on the back,
Where is she
man.
now?
That's amazing.
You and for others. Until I run some more tests, so now you just stay away from it.
This is so exciting, y'all.
Go to sleep.
You can already feel the pacing of this episode. It's pretty fast. I like it.
Yeah. We're past the halfway, you said, right?
Damn.
How cool would it be if they put in the keystone, the planet like explodes and folds into the Halo ring? Like it was like hidden inside the planet the whole time.
Oh, whoa. I mean, I wouldn't put it past the show for doing something wild like that. I don't care.
Oh god, his fucking arm.
Got that Frankenstein look to it.
Hey, I'm going to free Madrigal even if I'm the only one left to fight.
Cool. See ya.
Good luck with that.
Really? You owe me one ship and a shitload of deterrent money. You're gonna work off that debt.
Oh yeah.
Who knows? Might make a half decent pirate out of you.
So what do you think's gonna happen on this planet with all the stuff that's going on the other planet? You think something's gonna...
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like...
The elites are coming, or the
The
Covenant's
gift
coming
is
here.
coming, yeah.
Damn.
And we got the mystics out here that know the true purpose of her family. probably defending this thing from the Covenant.
What if that's the planet that gets destroyed for a Halo ring, and this is the one that helps destroy it?
Where painting.
Yes, Doctor.
I'd like to compare the
Just
faces of
ignoring her.
energy.
There's like
Both pieces.
images inside that thing. You see that?
Yeah.
It's like something under the crystal.
Yeah, but what do they really want?
To kill us, like we want to kill them.
Do you ever wonder why?
No.
No.
I love this lady.
Yeah, me too.
She's like trying to really think, and they're like, no, simple, dead.
She just still like has like a smile to her too.
Oh God.
Just say it. Take your ass pill out.
I wonder if all that gun grease in your head didn't seep down into your brain. Asking me dumbass questions like that.
Damn.
Oh, poor guy. Or poor lady.
What are you looking at? Oh, yes. I noticed that too. It's a nice color on her.
Will he?
Hell no.
Will they have like some fun Spartan but human conversations
Oh, yeah.
now? That'll be fun. Come on.
Yes.
Why is it so exciting to just watch humans talk?
It is. Because they've never done it.
Yeah.
Take off your helmet. Take it off. When did you remove your helmet?
Oh.
After I saw you remove yours.
Oh,
No, I get it now.
oh man.
No.
She's gonna get like whacked.
That's
That's-
what I feel
yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Son of
man.
a gun.
Can't clear you for combat, Kai.
Why?
You're distracted.
I'm awake.
You're a danger to yourself and to others.
Chief, I haven't forgotten how to fight.
You're grounded, Kai.
Oh man.
Report back to Dr. Key's ship and don't step off until we get back to Reach.
What?
Come on, man.
He is too.
Yeah, you are too.
I was worried that
Right, exactly.
Removed your pellet. I'm so dangerous. What's that make you?
He's the Master Chief.
That's just the answer for everything.
Yeah.
She's gonna go rogue and do her own
Yeah.
She's
thing.
right. Your battle readiness hasn't been tested since you removed your pellet. Can I just say that I'm proud of Kai for standing up for herself. Steady show a little pushback is healthy in any working relationship.
Yeah, Cortana.
Yes, Chief?
Shut the fuck up.
Do me a favor.
Anything.
stop talking.
God damn it.
Can't hear myself think.
Well, I can, and you're not missing much.
Can she hear his his consciousness?
Yeah,
Like, all his
absolutely.
inner thoughts.
She's
Yeah.
in his brain.
Yeah, man. Oh boy.
Whoa, they're already there.
Oh shit.
Getting the shade.
I saw that one coming.
Dude, bikes are heavy.
Just put some butter on your hand. Surely there's
Rip your thumb
butter
off.
around here. Okay.
Keep your thumb
Yeah.
off like
Here's
Aaron.
your hand up.
There's butter. You can just grab it at any point.
Even how she tries to escape irritates me.
Oh shit. She's
She
break-
broke off the piece of the bike.
Effective.
And so is
You've
he.
spoken to her directly about this. I came to you first. You're my captain. You've always been there for me.
And he was there too. You're gonna make me throw up, dude.
I need to know the truth.
Wait till he remembers seeing him.
Chief, none of us would even be here were it not for you.
And
Your concerns are my concerns.
But
yeah, there's a
Get
but.
this artifact home.
I'm starting not to trust this dude either. Just wait till he remembers you, man.
But if the whole truth is revealed, he'll obviously be worried about his own liability. He'll be looking for a scapegoat.
involvement with us too.
Blackmail us.
Shit.
Our hands are clean, I want to keep them that way.
Good. Find a new parenting issue we can agree on. Handle it. I am.
Worst parents so far.
And worse human beings too. These guys suck.
Yeah.
How did these shitty people end up together?
Maybe they just
That's
shacked
how.
up.
That's how. Because they're shitty people.
So like, they barely even talk to one another as a couple.
What is in there?
Breaks right in the eye.
Oh my.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh, watch that call. The fucking Covenant.
It definitely will. Oh my god. Oh no, they all have like shattered eardrums.
Yep. Luminaries.
Shit.
I want to see what's inside. What is inside it? He's gonna start punching it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Damn, dude.
Cortana? What's going on?
His ears are bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Miranda, you've been taken off the project.
Oh shit. Ugh. Oh, she's not gonna be happy with that.
This girl gets blocked so hard.
In fairness, he's trying to cover her ass and make sure she doesn't get in trouble.
Yeah.
Meaning?
I get Halsey's games. No one does it better.
But you?
What are you doing?
I am on your side. Always, you know that.
You're protecting your own ass.
He's a sketchy ass guy. I just want to know how much dirt do they have on themselves? Like, what did they do?
What has she got on you?
John's gotta have some instinct. He already knows.
Tell me about my adoption.
I told you, all files from the plague were lost.
I wasn't lost. I'm right here. Where's my file?
I'm sorry, Chief, there's nothing in the database.
Useless database.
What about the other Spartans?
There are no archives on the origin of the Spartan
He's about
program.
to scream at
Useless. Just go pick up keys by the underwear and just lift him. Where are the files?
Oh boy.
Chief, what do
Oh,
you
she's
think?
just gonna touch it.
You should know.
The artifact could kill you. Don't.
Oh, fuck his eyes. Oh.
Oh,
They just kidnapped him?
Oh,
You
gosh.
bitch.
You're right. Keys had to have killed his parents.
Surely.
John.
Replace me with something.
I hope that she dies.
No, fuck you.
I know you have a lot of questions.
Put her down.
Yeah, man.
And together.
Oh, why?
Shutting down neural bridge.
Oh, this is garbage.
Oh. Whoa. That's unfair.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Oh, the Mystic.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
That was her.
Why?
Yeah, now what are we gonna do? She's gonna take the car?
She gonna kill him? Dude, no way.
Why? He's helped you.
I mean, she was about to get enslaved by him, essentially.
Cortana, I swear, if you don't get out of my head, I will.
Slip space rupture detected.
Fuck, the Covenant's already
God,
here.
dude.
God!
I can't stand Halsey.
Yeah, man. Oh, wow.
We need to override Cortana now.
They might need us.
The Pioneer's been hit. We have no
We need her on Chief's side, not Halsey's.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow! Bomb raid.
Slick.
Oh.
He's fine, he didn't hit him. Whoa.
Oh my god!
Holy fuck!
Here it goes. That wasn't. Halsey wasn't.
I'm pretty sure it is. Never mind.
She's in a tower or something. See, Kai's more of a freelancer now because she doesn't have an AI blocking her.
Maybe she can help out.
Or she'll get gunned down by them.
This is
Oh,
so
they're
good.
Beachies. Fuck, I fucked that up.
Pod doors opening. Infantry incoming.
Are we gonna see some grunts?
Oh wow, y'all.
All these
Different types of
fuckers.
leads.
Oh, those grunts!
jackals!
Jackals!
Oh, grunts! I saw a grunt.
Yeah.
Jackal at 2 o'clock. 2 more flanking right.
Oh, the grunts!
Yeah, man.
Oh, Needler!
Oh, and it's too many. Oh, they're thick little turds.
Oh, that was a perfect opportunity for it. Yay!
You ain't getting that. It's gonna ruin it. Look at that,
Damn,
look at
look
that,
how
look at
fast
that,
they
look at that,
run.
look at that. Holy crap!
They got a
Oh,
kid.
look how fast the jackals run. You see that?
Get a sword.
Yeah. I saw one just start sprinting. Damn, look at that.
Oh.
The lizard face looks good up close. Who?
Halsey.
I can't see any of these guys dying.
Somebody's gotta die.
Oh!
Maybe her.
Kai! Kai! You're not battle ready, you're not thinking. Oh, she's gonna be so... She's seeing war. Like, casualties now.
Yeah. Holy fuck.
Stop this right now.
Oh!
Oh! Oh. They got hit? Yep.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Shit. Oh my god.
Oh
my God!
gosh!
Oh!
He was going so fast.
Dude, there's no way.
Oh!
Disgusting. There we go, baby. Take them all on, 1-on-1. Or 1v10.
Oh! Yeet! Oh, with the
Shotgun!
shotty.
Shotgun!
Shotgun, goddammit!
He said stay down. Oh boy.
Oh no!
Oh wow, jackals are pretty tall.
Here we go. Oh man. Yes.
Fisticuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh! Show its face. Oh. Fuck. Yes.
Gotta open up the side hatches.
I feel like in the first
Hunters.
episode this had specific. No. Oh, wait. Oh,
Oh!
brute! It's a brute! It's a brute! It's a brute, yo!
With the gravity hammer.
Yeah, with the gravity hammer.
Oh my god.
Shit. Holy shit, he looks awesome!
Whoa!
No!
Dude.
Watch that be a younger version of the Halo 2 boss, who also has the dreads, the white-haired.
Make it look good.
She's acting like she's a victim. Maybe hurt her. They might have punched her
I
across
think you
the
called it
face.
Sam, yeah.
She's still dead?
Yeah.
Chief, I'm reading a human life form.
He's just gonna kill her. Do it.
No shot. Some pretty gross armor now.
Yeah.
Oh, don't touch the inside of the helmet with those gloves. Gosh. It's over. That was such a fast episode.
Yeah.
Alright, yo. That was episode 5, The Reckoning of Halo. Very fast.
Yeah,
Holy
that was the
moly.
fastest episode. It felt like we just started.
To be fair, I think it's because there was a lot of build up to the fight, and then the fight happened, and then it was over.
I love that we called at the beginning. One of you was like, "This is going to be an intense episode."
The pacing felt fast, just from the conversations. Like they just kept on rolling conversations along. The music too kind of just had like a slow increased beat to like, no, hey, we're moving towards something. We're moving towards something.
Yeah. I mean, the thumbnail of fire behind Chief with battered armor probably was what told me in the beginning. That's why I was like, oh, this episode's gonna be great.
Reckoning. Yeah.
Yeah, super.
So much deception in this episode. I feel like the big focus of this episode is really Mr. Keyes and Miss Halsey.
Yeah.
Conniving. Right from the start, I think, was the flashback. We got to go back to Iridia, you said it's called?
Aridness 2.
Aridness 2. While it was in its production of trying to rebuild life, all the kids playing around, the botanists bringing in new life to, I guess, the location they were at, and they were not there for the purpose of the research. I mean, how did they know John was there?
I think they were just looking for kids, maybe. Isn't that the story of the Spartans, is they kidnapped kids? I thought that was the story, that they kidnapped kids at the earlier stages of it, and they trained them and drugged them up to become super soldiers.
I mean, I don't know how they found out about John specifically, but they came here and they were looking. I mean, like, it wasn't like they knew who John was right away.
Yeah, they were looking for potential.
Yeah. I mean, at some point, she has a conversation with John in his house without the parents knowing. How that happens, no fucking clue.
Is that when they're flipping the coin and he guesses what it's going to be?
Yeah. I mean, it looked like that initial time when it was like, oh, we're just visiting to figure out if this is going to be our home world. Like, that looked like that was the first time they had actually seen
Found
each
him.
other.
Yeah.
And he was like an immediate eye prize for them when he saved the kid who was pushing him and was able to recover a bigger kid with one arm.
Yeah.
Which is pretty impressive.
And everyone cheered him on through it, so it was like, oh, clearly this is the lead kid.
Yeah.
You know?
We've been saying the past 2 episodes we think Keyes or Halsey killed John's parents. I'm starting to think when we went back to Aridness, it's completely destroyed. What if the whole UNSC had it demolished too?
The planet itself?
Yeah. Well, I don't think the whole planet
research. I could see the research area. Yeah, I could. That's very likely.
Because then even the woman who's Halsey's boss was like we're shutting this down. There's so much at stake. Even Mr. Hood.
Yeah. Well, Halsey was saying that Hood is going to want to blame someone else.
Scapegoat. Yeah.
Also, it's a good way to keep eyes off of going back to that house, because if what I was saying is accurate and they really did demolish that house in fear that they would be able to have evidence coming back here eventually one day.
Yeah.
You destroy the house, you destroy the research program that's the closest thing to that house, so that there's no people who ever wonder or think more deeper on what went down here.
Yeah.
Or it might be as simple as they had John in the system, or that family in the system, and people would be wondering what happened to that family. Yeah. Because if it's a colony, maybe it's select people get chosen to be here, so it's inventory of, hey, let's do a roll call of everybody in this division on this colony on this very limited planet. I don't know. I could see one of the two of Miranda's parents being the killers of John's parents. So
it might be Keyes, since they focused a lot on him this episode.
And Miranda being what does she have on you specifically?
Yeah.
Well, and I mean the whole thing of keeping Miranda out of it is to make sure that her hands aren't dirty in any of this, because clearly his are.
Yeah.
In the process, so.
Because I guess she could get charged with not aiding and abetting, but what is it? It's once you know about the crime and you don't come forth to the court, you're then held responsible for it, knowing info, not going and being the one.
Yeah, I mean, they're just going to mark her. And her, the fucking weird Irish doctor that no one cares about. And everybody that's involved is just going to be labeled as co-conspirators in this whole sham that they've been doing.
Yeah.
So, there's the first, great piece of parenting. It's keeping her out of the dark for saving her career.
Well, and her life, not her
and her life, both. I don't know how they do things. I don't know if they just murder people who maybe the UNSC does to make sure they don't have any little dirt on there.
Well, clearly Halsey does.
Yeah.
Halsey and Keyes are fine with just killing people for their projects, but...
I mean, I guess they're I would assume their higher-ups might follow that same type of...
They'll probably get put in jail. I can't imagine that they just off people. We had the flashback.
Was it the...
Everybody is on Aridness 2, so they had Halsey's already set up shop. They're trying to dig into this, crystal to get the artifact out.
Silver Team's there.
Yeah, all of Silver Team's there. Keys is there. Miranda's there. She wants to be given the opportunity to do her research on it.
Keys gave her that, and then he immediately had to change it.
Yep.
Way later in the episode, but
yeah.
Is that when? I mean, a couple things happened. I mean, Kai got recognized by Chief for the streak in her hair.
Yeah, and he knew that she removed her pellet.
It became apparent. Yeah, I like that he was able to catch on to that she would have done that.
Yeah. Well, you can probably tell now that he can tell the difference between someone that's like borderline like a zombie, like the other Spartans. He could probably tell like, oh, that's what they look like versus that's what a normal human looks like. Looked at her and was like, she did it too.
I actually at first I didn't think he was gonna catch on. I thought he was gonna look at the hair and be like, oh, did she always have that? And I just never realized because of the butt pill.
Oh, I thought because Cortana said like, oh, something's going on in your brain. I can tell what you're thinking. I thought Chief was like, oh, she's pretty cute.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, I think they both recognized that she was elevated in her mind, and I was very glad that they approached each other pretty quick about it. Conversation went more realistic than I expected, though.
You're grounded.
I thought they were going to have more of a bonding moment, but instead he just kind of took the one-way track of, you cannot be like this. I am fine. You need to be put in time out.
Yeah.
And then Cortana's quickly like, well, what about you? Like, you haven't been tested for, like, war trials yet. Like, can you handle what's going to happen? Yeah. And I guess he hasn't been in combat yet. This was his first combat since the butt removal. And yeah, I mean, they do focus on that during the fight, which we'll talk about too. Like, how both of them are dealing with it now during their first combat exercise.
Yeah. But Chief talks to Keys, tells him what he knows. It's like, I need to know the truth. Keys tells him, hey man, I'll do all the digging for you. I'll figure it out. Then
after we get all this accomplished.
Yeah, after we finish this, we'll figure it out. Then Keys goes and tells Halsey immediately. And Praganaski. So I was going to say at the beginning of this episode, I was like, we haven't seen her in a minute. I was wondering when she was going to pop back up.
And she's not too thrilled that Chief is not being able to be put in check by Cortana.
And he's starting to remember
all the stuff. I mean, it seems like higher-ups know about whatever happened to her. Or at least Praganatsky, whatever her name is, is aware of whatever went on here. But Lord Hood seems to not be a part of that. But they don't want this to go any further. They're going to shut it down. Chief being on it seemed like they wanted to shut something down, and
they want
the dig side.
They're trying to can Chief in the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like Praganaski's like, we don't even know this is a weapon. We don't know why this is important to the Covenant. Like, let's just leave. Yeah. There, but
Halsey
basically blackmails her into allowing it to go on and says that she'll get Chief under control.
Yeah. And that's when Keys is like, I want my daughter off. Her hands are clean. They don't need to be dirty.
Yeah. Miranda then has an argument with her father.
What does she have on you?
Then the crystal gets split open by a dune.
And it screeches.
And it
calls out.
Yeah, borderline breaks everyone's brains and calls out to the other artifact. Blessed One on Madrigal is able to detect it.
Through luminaries?
That's the
staffs that like detect blessed things.
Yeah, they she was the luminary just was able to tell like what was happening,
where the energy was being channeled.
But she was able to like
touch
the wall. She took it in.
Yeah.
The energy was able to like figure out where to go from there.
That was weird. I didn't know what was happening.
It looked like there was just a concentrated amount of power where it might have channeled to, and they just pointed at it, and then she touched the area, and being a blessed one, I guess that was...
She could see it, she said.
Her way of basically, like, telephoning to...
Yeah.
Wherever the receiving person is. And underneath the crystal was just, in fact, the drawing that Master Chief had been drawing for the key to be inserted into. Mm-hmm. So, I guess, yeah. I didn't know what it might look like underneath. I didn't know if it was exactly going to be that or if it was going to be a different artifact, just because that crystal kind of made it look a little deceiving. Kind of making the image look choppy when you look through it. But so it's exactly what Chief drew. I still am curious why Chief would be able to know what that thing looks like. Did we get an answer? Oh, because he touched the key on his planet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Space magic voodoo.
Space magic voodoo. We haven't seen the Mystics. Speaking of,
I thought we did.
Yeah, you thought we were getting from Quan. Once again, not the super exciting portion of the story. Quan.
I mean, they got like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
literally, barely that.
Which was good. Made the episode flow a little bit. But Soren went and got a car.
Buggy.
She escaped, hid in the dirt, knocked him over the head, and that was about it.
But she was gonna
kill him for some dumbass reason.
Because he wanted her to pay back the ship that he lost and the credits that he was due. I mean, it makes sense.
It was more so because he's gonna take her off the planet.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with the money. She doesn't give a fuck about that. It's that she's gonna get dragged away and forced to be a pirate or be his slave, essentially, to pay off her debt. Whereas, she wants to liberate the people.
Yeah, she's just so
annoying.
I don't know what it's not even like the annoying. Like, I just don't know what she thinks is gonna happen.
And that she's gonna achieve it
Is she actually wealthy? Will that even matter? Can you pay sellswords to help you in a revolution? Because it seems like the people do not back you at all. Because they are overpowered by the Nazi.
Her aunt told her that her dad spent money because the Mystics spoke to him about something.
Well, also, just the mojo of the revolution has come to a conclusion. Like, because of the immediate loss so quickly, the people just don't want to rise up.
Yeah.
So she has so much to do. And
nobody to help her.
And Soren just wants out, which is very understandable. He's got a wife and kid at home, and this is not his fight.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm curious to see how that develops. Maybe the Mystics will play a part in that. We just haven't really explored what that is. But it seems like that's probably going to be where the story goes. Like, we have to learn who these people are. Maybe they help with the revolution in whatever form that looks like.
Yeah.
I just don't really understand what that story is going to do for the grand scheme of the Halo series.
Right.
Like, what does that do for us? Because there's no longer artifacts there. And the only thing that had to do with the artifacts in the episode was the Blessed One, where she was, and it was just a calling stone to get over to where she needed to be for the end of the episode.
Yeah.
So, but what do you think?
I think that the Mystic thing and the real reason, like the purpose of the Quan family. So that's the thing they talked about last episode. I feel like that's going to be where the story turns. Maybe the people of Madrigal are supposed to be the protectors of this.
Oh wow!
Whatever the stuff is.
Yeah.
I mean, I had said that in our last reaction.
Yeah,
that's the same thing I said. But I feel like that's what it's going to be, and that maybe Madrigal. I don't know if I'm making the video just because I said during the intro, but I jokingly had said that it'd be cool if, instead of the Halo ring actually being out there somewhere, Madrigal or the other planet is actually it. It just whatever they do opens it, and it or they both have some fucking Transformer shit.
They come together.
Well, no, the pieces of the planet break off that are actually the ship or part of the Halo ring. So it's one chunk of one planet, one chunk of the other. And they just come together and connect.
It strips off certain parts of the planet. It's the ring is hidden until
in the planet.
That'd be pretty crazy. You activate it and then different planets all converge and rip into it. That could. I mean, this. I was just
they're on the soft or silver cannon or whatever.
True, but we've never seen a creation of the Halo ring. This can be that hidden canon.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have we ever seen in any story the rings forged together? Did they exist until we came across it with the Pillar of Autumn in Halo 1? Or was that recently forged because of the events that would happen right now?
Yeah. The battery's about to die. Just turned around.
BRB. Oh, well, one thing I wanted to say on the convergence of the planets. Well, in the episode, I was thinking of your theory as I was going through the episode. Could this work? And I was well, I don't think there's deserts. And then I was wait, Halo 3 has that whole mission where you go to the library and it's just all desert and big rocky formations. And I was okay, it's kind of Madrigal. Like
Yeah.
The only thing that would be stopping it is Halo has like very specific like architecture that is meant purely for the weapon that would have to be really well hidden on these planets.
Well, I mean, the shit that's already underneath the rock.
Yeah. Maybe like
that's the only reason why that came to my thought.
Yeah.
Or that thought came to my head was because of the artifacts being hidden under rock that look like they've been there for probably thousands of years or whatever.
Sure.
So
how it's designed reminds me of the level where the cube thing goes rogue. It's a snow planet and it's like a metal base on the snow planet.
Yes.
He's talking about the end of Halo 3.
Yeah.
The interior part.
Yeah, it's a good map. I love that mission.
But I was thinking of the map from Halo 3 that you're talking about. Is it the desert one that has the elephant on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. The sand trap. It's when Keys flies in super close to the player, and like you're like at this tiny speck, and they're like, "Hey, the ship is coming in," and it's super close to you, and then you go into whatever section.
Yeah.
We haven't seen an elephant yet. Holy fuck.
We'll probably hold off some things. They don't want to show all their tricks too soon.
Yeah.
I was even surprised, and
we got
it's
banshees.
not a big thing. We got jackals and grunts today. I didn't know if they were gonna give us some of those.
Grab a hammer wielding brute.
Yeah, I did not think we were gonna get brute in this first series.
Good.
So, what was our last thing?
Just to finish, we could talk about that part, but just to finish with the Madrigal story. So I feel like that
they were the guardians.
We're gonna have to deal with the Nazi guy.
For sure.
We're gonna have to. So
Kershirker, something, whatever.
Visioner? It's Vinsher or something like that.
Turncoat from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Turncoat from Game of Thrones. But anyways, we'll have to deal with him. Like, they didn't just bring him on just to be a bad guy we don't care about. So I feel like this rebellion will have to come through at some point. To what extent, I don't know. But I think that this plan is going to be key to whatever the Covenant are looking for. Beyond just the Keystone and the artifact. Like, there's going to be more to it. Because otherwise, why would you bring up the Mystics and the whole Quan family is tied to the fate of this planet or something? It's like, okay, well then there's got to be more to like the Covenant stuff than just getting the Keystone and leaving.
What if the Mystics are the Forerunners?
I mean, they're dead, so I don't know. That's the only thing. Could be.
I did like that Kai, speaking of the Covenant and their goals, brought up today, like, to Vanek.
Why are they doing this?
Why do they want us dead? And he's like, I don't care. They're trying to kill us, well, I want to kill them. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Dumbass questions, shut up.
You ever wonder why you don't want to wonder why? Like, why are you asking these dumb questions? That's what I'm wondering.
Dumbass questions. Yeah.
I wonder how people like Vanek, I don't know. I don't think people like Vanek and Riz will get their piece removed, unfortunately. I think I'd be curious to know like the transition of personality once it's removed.
Split 2-on-2.
I think Silver Team's gonna die, honestly.
Yeah.
Riz against Kai and Vanek against Chief.
See, I was feeling it in my soul, and then you guys pretty much confirmed my own fear with Kai about dying.
Yeah.
She's like almost too unpredictable.
Yeah.
And that's not I mean, they even said that the whole speech last episode about when, there was that whole thing about Halsey, like, she does not deal with glitches.
Yeah.
Any miscalculation is a no-go.
Yeah.
They're fine with Chief right now because Chief is, as we keep joking, the Master Chief. So he's untouchable as far as, like, story, but Kai is not. Which is kind of unfortunate because I like her. I know you like her.
Yeah.
I'm sure you enjoy her too.
Yeah.
I thought she was gonna die today.
Well, she might be dead. They
Yeah,
tried talking to her. She didn't wake up.
They might shoot her like on her hospital bed.
Yeah, Halsey might have her put down or have the pill put back in.
It's really.
They find out they took it out, put it back in.
She would have to erase the memory of like removing it too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's not that hard.
No.
But yeah, so then Chief saw Keys talking to Halsey. He put 2 and 2 together.
He was asking more about the Spartan program to Cortana, and she was like, "It's lost."
All the files.
The adoption.
Yeah.
Part.
She knows everything about humans as far as history goes, but she has no records on not only Chief but any of the Spartan program.
Yeah.
Well, I think part of it is, see, that was one thing I was thinking about too with the last episode. Like, remember how the room was blocked off? She was like, oh, I can't do this. I wonder if in Cortana's programming, it's like, hey, you're going to be specifically helping Spartans, but when you speak to Spartans, these things are classified.
Exactly.
When you speak to Halsey, this is all stuff. And it might not even be something, or it's either that, or they actually just deleted everything. Like, there is no record of it because they never made a record for it.
Well, also, I think Cortana misses social cues, too, so it could be, like, out of the fear of her accidentally asking something in a public setting that is supposed to be between only Halsey and someone else, and she might, like, ask Halsey while there's people present. I don't know.
Yeah.
Things that you don't want questioned or out there in the open air.
Yeah.
So Chief takes matters into his own hands, literally, and goes and touches the second artifact.
Good for him.
And has flashbacks of...
Bad for him after. Yeah. See, I mean, sees that Halsey is the scum she is. Tries to go after her. I don't know what his plan was once he got to her, but it gets put down pretty quickly by Cortana.
It also looked like at one point, like from the memory, it was like, it almost looked like he was, when he was getting carried because his head was laying down, like the camera was upside down, it looked like they were carrying another body.
They were.
So, is that
Really?
like the dead mom? Like, it looked like a woman's body. Cause
I thought it looked like a child.
I saw longer hair.
Okay.
Either they took another human and that's like, you know, Kai or something.
I was gonna throw out Soren.
Or, yeah. Well, it looked like a white kid.
Okay.
Or it looked like a white body. Like, I saw like white hands and a white face. I thought I saw longer hair. I thought it was an adult. I mean, it was blurry vision. Like, he couldn't see everything so clear.
Mom's body.
But that's why I'm like, is that like keys went in? They silencers took out them, carried out the son.
Put the pillow over.
Pat, pat. Yeah. But yeah, so Halsey stabbed him, knocked him out. John got pissed, went to swing at her, and Cortana shut him down.
I find it funny. Did Halsey gave her that order, or did it?
Yeah, she said, Cortana, stop.
Okay.
Or stop him, or something like that.
Because then, like, if Cortana knew that touching the artifact could have killed him, why didn't she stop him right there and freeze him?
I guess.
Last resort. I don't know, like maybe give Chief enough liberty to do things without interfering so that it doesn't come off like she's actually in charge, unless it's like a last minute resort.
Well, Halsey also said, like, be his accomplice, don't be his...
Yeah, don't be a spy.
So she probably is still, like, play along for as long as possible.
Yeah.
Right, and
you don't want to rat him out while he's doing this, but once the cat is out of the bag and Halsey's looking at what will be a confrontation shut down. Because you can tell what the next result's going to be.
If John dies, Cortana dies, right?
I don't know.
I don't know how that works.
I mean, can an AI die? Is it even living?
Yeah. I mean, it's just like tech that's in his head.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Texas.
Well, they didn't strap him up to anything. I mean, he just woke up and Halsey was preparing for the invasion that was happening actively. Or no, I guess. I don't know. I mean, they all got the call.
Well, that was
something
after
slipped
John
through space
woke
as he
up.
woke up.
Yeah.
That was so fast.
But if the
I'm
Covenant,
up. Where is she? Inbound.
If the Covenant wasn't there, I guess they just didn't want to tell the location of where she was.
Yeah, well,
Like-
they were gonna make him finish the mission, probably go up and then put him in like sleep mode on the
Okay.
ship to bring him home.
I was just kind of shocked that they like didn't bind him in chains or anything. Like they didn't like put him in a room.
I mean, they
tried
probably
to-
because they just wanted to use him to carry the artifact on, you know,
Yeah, they just expected.
him to work.
What is it called when you like a restraining order on Halsey, like that he was just gonna abide by that when he woke up? We can't tell you where she is. We can't tell you where she is.
Yeah.
And then the fight. The fight was cool. We got to see grunts. We got to see jackals. Very briefly. Like we didn't get any like close up shots to like see how they look.
Of a jackal?
Like slow, like a slow shot, or like
what they did for the Brute.
Or for the Elite.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Elite and the Brute got like shots where it was like slow and it wasn't moving.
I think we got some pretty good shots of the jackals. It's the grunts I don't think we really got close-ups for.
I guess the dead jackal with the missing body.
Well, when they all stood up too, it just focused on them standing up and like
There was the one that you pointed out where we got to see its face, and you're like, "Oh, it's a good crocodile face." Or
yeah, it is.
You said.
But it's so fast. Like I can't wait to like have a moment where it's like a pan camera, and you just get to see the real good details of the scales on them.
Yeah.
They looked cool. Jackals are pretty tall. They're about Master Chief's height, which I didn't think would be. But it makes sense. They can spring their legs a bit.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like in the games we don't see them standing completely straight up.
No.
Their legs are bent.
Yeah, they're bent legs.
Do they ever use energy swords in the video games?
No.
That's interesting, and it looked like a minier one.
It was a small one.
When you play like an elite and they pull out their mini energy sword to assassinate, it was like that.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was too.
Mm-hmm. Energy dagger.
I mean, yeah, everything looked really good. I mean, like the scale of the fight was crazy. I mean, like it wasn't just like two ships. It was explosions everywhere, bombing runs,
Banshees
flying through.
I think the bombing run looked really cool.
It did.
The explosions were really cool.
I mean, the gunning down of like the ships from the Gatling guns too. Like they were. I mean, everything felt like movie level.
I think the two best visuals were like the Spartans running past the Warthog, like keeping up with it.
So cool.
Keeping up with it and then able to jump in. Oh, I also forgot Chief jumping on the Banshee.
That was awesome.
That was amazing.
He didn't hijack it. Like he almost did the hijacking from the game, but instead he held it upside down and like made it run.
Well, he pulled the wing so it'd go down.
Yeah.
He Captain America that shit.
I still think the best visual though was the Brute showing up.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome
with the grab hammer.
I liked that. He was able to just pull it over right into his arm.
That was amazing.
I like his dwarven
beard.
Yeah. His beard with like a little ponytail.
Like beard.
That is such a dwarven thing and it looks so cool on a Brute.
Yeah.
I haven't played Infinite, but I know like there's a Brute that's like one of the main bad guys now for the game.
It is the main bad guy.
Oh, okay, cool. And I remember watching the trailer and thinking, oh, that reminds me of like one of the orc chieftains you fight in Shadows of War, like the guy you're gonna have to deal with for the game.
Yeah.
Maybe our next boss. I don't know. He looked pretty damn cool. I want to see him again.
But yeah, I mean everything went to shit. The pillar fell.
So quick.
Miranda's ship was down. Damn. I mean everybody. They're kind of stranded. Not kind of. They are stranded.
They are.
There's
they
no
don't have any ships.
way to get out.
That thing went down with just Banshee fire? I mean, did the Wraith even shoot at it?
Wraith?
Is that not what it's called? The
tank.
big purple thing? Okay. Oh, Wraith is, the grounded tank.
Oh, we haven't seen one of those.
I forget what the big Covenant, like...
It's not Phantom.
No. The Phantom is,
the drop ship that came down.
Yeah.
It's all good, but yeah, that thing so fast.
That thing is the thing that shot it down.
Okay.
We also saw. I didn't know they were called the Spirit. The thing that looks like a U.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Halo, the Halo 1 drop-off ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has the energy beam in the center.
I
thought that was gonna pick up the artifact, the energy beam going through.
Yeah. But they, the Brute was successful, got away. Chief also veered off from his mission. He refused to let Kai die.
Yeah.
Which kind of
disobeyed an order.
Fucked over the mission too.
It did.
Because
they lost the artifact because of that.
Yeah.
And we actually got to see how they handle individually war. Kai kind of had a breakdown, realizing that people die during these things.
It is.
Yeah.
There's blood on her face. All over. They looked at one of the Marines and like threw up blood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or spit out blood. Like it was brutal.
She was in shell shock.
And then Chief, on the other hand, is like
rage,
super aggro.
He just saw blood. That was it.
Beat the hell out of that elite's face.
Yeah.
He curb stomped him.
Yeah, that was pretty gross.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw how thick the blood was on his hand after that.
Surprising my eyeball wasn't dangling off his hand.
Pretty dangerous.
He punched that elite so hard, one of his jaw pieces broke off.
Gosh.
That was nasty. Also,
I'd love to see the muscle, like the tendons, like an underneath skin of like how elite functions. Yeah. Like, is it bone that goes to hold those pieces, or is it purely like cartilage, or like thinner layers, like snake bone? How it's more like strandy.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be curious.
Yeah.
Halsey went out, risked her life to save her daughter.
She did.
That's nice. Some humanity in it.
It's not a little bitch.
And then a lot of civilians got put in the bunker and our creepy doctor who helps out Halsey is in there. Adun.
You don't like Miranda, right?
No.
I like Miranda. You
I like
Miranda?
her.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was you.
I can't imagine what you like about her.
I don't know. She's a little bit more
She's
appealing.
trying.
That she, I would say, out of the humans we got,
So is it Dune. He's trying too.
Dune.
Oh, Dune. God. The Irish dude.
I don't know. She's just a little bit. She's more tolerable. I think I just have some sympathy notes for her because her parents are shit.
No.
Right, she just wants her mom to recognize her as a human being, basically.
I get that. I appreciate the struggle that she's going through.
Yeah.
And she's cool. I just think the character is kind of trash. I mean, there's just, like, not much there.
It could be just because I know she's
about-
going to play a bigger role later.
I think that about Quan.
I mean, I'm not saying that Quan's doing any better. I'm just saying that both of them, like, it's just, like, you know, it just sucks that, like, the only real characters that are getting, like, real, like, love this show. Soren had his moment, but, like, it's really Halsey, Chief, Kai,
Yep. That's it.
Cortana.
Maybe the gifted one.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, you know.
She's definitely gonna get some more screen time now.
Oh yeah, she will, and she's gonna have to really pose as human because you know there's a lot of people that's gonna smell the bullshit, which Chief seems to be pretty good about smelling the bullshit right now.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say the Blessed One has been cool only from a story perspective, but she's pretty much one track so far. Like she hasn't done much other than be like sinister.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of enjoy watching Mr. Keys perform, just I don't know, as an acting standpoint. I don't know. He has good facial expressions.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like he stole cookies from the cookie jar, and he doesn't want anyone to find out, but it's also the worst kept secret.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about watching him is fun. And then I guess just just while we're still on Miranda, it could just be the fact that I know that she'll probably be playing a more vital role should this series continue and get more seasons. This is just me also wishful thinking.
Yeah, I mean, like
get what we want.
It's nothing against like the actress. I don't think that she's like bad. I just think that like
bad writing
on the part of the character. Yeah, I just feel like I mean it's the same thing with like the whole like with Quan where it's like what do you really like I know
contribute to
Quan,
the story.
Quan is like a teenager. She seems to not even be adult.
No.
Miranda's a doctor. Like this is a grown ass woman that's like, well, why can't I just like learn to use this? You know what I mean? Or like, what's going on? Like, it's just like it just feels like
she doesn't have a lot of material to work with other than being cucked by
that's literally
her job.
it. Other than being like screwed over by her parents and being like, why don't you just like learn about like words and letters? Like she doesn't really get to do much. So I don't know. It just makes her kind of dumb. Like it makes her feel dumb, even though she's very smart and also probably has a little bit of Halsey in her to like figure out how to get these situations rolling. You know what I mean? Like I would just assume that she'd be able to, whereas like she kind of just sits there and like takes the shit, and then also like walks up and it's just like I don't know. I know she's not a dick to the Spartans anymore, but just like. Being a dick to the Spartans, not reading the room, not understanding anything, I'm like, oh my god, it just comes off as annoying to me.
Yeah.
But
yeah. The humans once again are still not overly compelling as a whole. It is mostly
the standard humans.
The standard humans. It is mostly the Spartans, the upgraded humans that are saving the story as a whole. Though Halsey, of course, has been a big part of the story, and she is a very average human with very evil plans.
He is the Master Chief.
He is the Master Chief.
The Master Chief. Yeah.
And that would be it. Yeah. We're gonna see if the Blessed One can pull off an acting performance to save her life.
Did you see her injury when she said make it look real?
No, I didn't see.
I think her arm's broken.
The arm was bloody.
Blood here.
The arm was bloody. I noticed, but I didn't know if there was like anything else.
Nothing. I mean, they didn't make her face look any.
I know that's what they should have done.
Yeah.
Beat the shit out of her face.
They should have given her one of those classic movie like busted chins when you're trying to sell.
Yeah.
For the other team. Yeah. I think that's about it for me.
Yeah, same here. A solid episode.
Yep.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this one.
Yeah.
Y'all, If you made it this far, make sure you timestamp so we know you made it this far. Also, leave a like, subscribe to the 50K journey. If you want to see more Halo, make sure you check out the playlist and support us in any ways possible. Check out some of our other shows as well, and we will see you at episode 6. Punch it! Bang!